We begin with release, revelation. How sweet it is to be loved by you, just like sugar sometimes. One climbing while one's contemplating, headed toward building. 10 of water, blessings, well-being. It's abundant, emotionally abundant, especially the combination allows one to be extroverted, social, to network, stay in an optimistic, innovative energy, while the other is, deep in contemplation, honing their wisdom, quieter, spending more time alone, going within. There is soul searching for that partner. Reevaluation, decisions regarding their direction. They're preparing, getting resources in order. We see vitality and joy now on the bottom of the deck. And let's put a few more cards out. Playfulness, bliss, energy, results. 3 of water, 8 of fire. So we see one member of a group seeking something outside of the party, the energy of and central to their group, herd or group that is in front of them, in their face every day, presented as an option. Because they could join this group, look for what's in the center of it. I see a sacred triad, I see sacred spirals, sacred geometry, but there is one here, seek a direction, they see their direction outside of, again, what's presented to them as an offering. The feeling they're doing that for a very good reason. Interesting. I just had something fall over just as I went to put that card down. I just went to draw and lay this card, the Chariot, and a white piece of paper. Right at that same exact second, just tipped over. It was just leaned up against something across the counter from me, and it just tipped over at the exact same second, like a white flag. I'm also thinking white knights, seeing the Chariot, discipline, determination. My Chariot, as I call her, is all white. This one that we're talking about, our sort of our main character energy, is of the belief, maybe you or someone close to you, is of the belief that they need to, or you need to, stay too focused to play all the time. Stay too determined and disciplined to play all the time. You're going for something that you see as larger than life. You have a vision of yourself. Growing, expanding, weaponizing in a sense, and you get the sense that too much bliss, too much playfulness, too much partying, too much camaraderie even, too much having fun, basically, is not disciplined enough, doesn't show enough determination. But that's just the way that you've always defined determination. In fact, you're avoiding support, and support is exactly what helps us expand. The Knight of Feathers, action, focus. Certain type or amount of bliss does not mean you're not focused. It helps you stay focused. And some of those circles, that networking could be what helps you to network and expand and to take action in that way. Energy and results. The 8 of Fire, really good sign. Oh, one of the other songs that came through was It's a Vibe. That's what we're talking about here. Feel that flow of energy, that wave, that when you act on it gives you the results that you're seeking. Follow that vibe, follow that feeling. That's the info you really need here. Follow that vibe. And it's the main information you need for certain. Confirmation twice. Where you put your energy, you see results. If your intuition, your good mood, good feeling, a familiar vibe, inclination tells you to engage in some blissful group activity, it's more like play than work on a day at a time when you thought it'd be something be doing something that's more like work than play. That type of transition is exactly what you're really looking for. That's what you really want. It's just the ultimate end game, end vision, plan, in a way, fairy tale ending to your story. I wanna be an end game that you have in your mind's eye is just further away. But that doesn't mean that you can't start playing now, today. That's interesting. I mean, I almost like hoped that this card would turn up again. It did before we started the reading, and I didn't mean to call it up. Creative force, confidence, that's what you'll find, letting yourself release and recover in those ways, playful ways, blissful ways, with your friends, with groups that you wouldn't think were the right ones to network with, that you wouldn't think would help you. The group that is in front of you, a group that is presented in front of you to join every day. Maybe it is a TikTok community that you gravitate toward. Maybe it is roommates that you live with but don't have a lot of free time for lately. This group is calling to something beyond themselves. They're aware of it. They don't advertise it. Not necessarily paranormal. What I mean to say is they don't necessarily define it that way themselves. They might not define it as spiritual or even outside of the box because they're used to it. It may have more to do with what you're interested in and looking for than you think, especially if those categories sort of ring a bell for you. I certainly don't mean to suggest that you need some sort of protection outside of yourself, but if that is something that you are thinking you need at this time, aware that you're looking for, it reads as a type of protection that they effortlessly call and have access to. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. It's like they keep themselves even. They inspire this confidence and creative force in one another evenly. And with that, in that, uplifted by that, they have balance and harmony. And so too would you, could you, will you, when you just allow time, find time to join them more often. They find a balance and an evenness and a harmony, a creative force. It leaves them not needing protection. You absolutely need to do both things on your journey. You haven't been overlooking them or doing something wrong by trying to look beyond what is presented to you. That is what you were meant to do in order for your journey to look the way that it does, be what it is. You were to seek beyond, gather what you could on your own first, and then see just how deep into what you've already been seeking, maybe all your life, this unassuming, maybe completely unaware in this way, innocent, playful group is. It's a large, things aren't what they seem, people aren't what they seem lesson in a way. It's leading you into a state and vibration of patience that doesn't feel like patience. Maybe helping others and people in a way that is not laborsome. Doesn't feel this. An evenness that is happy, waiting, because you're not waiting for anything. Completely content just because it's a vibe just right where you are, just right how you are. Much about what you brought to the table. Going out and searching and seeking and finding what you could bring to the table. You were building you. And like we were saying at the beginning of the message, you probably have a partner of some kind in this group. And so you've had one networking while one was sort of soul searching within, building themselves as much or more than anything. And now you have access to this portal of a group still because of that key partnership. It will be full of success, triumphs that are humbling wins. Best appreciated as humbling victories.